Mũtongoria wa bũrũri William Ruto kaunti-inĩ ya kũrĩa kaunti-inĩ ya Mombasa kũrĩa president akorwo agĩtetera ikinya rĩa kũmba thirikari kũrania hamwe atongoria a mũng'ethanĩro na kĩria hĩndĩ ya gĩikaro na mũingĩ. President augĩte harĩ bata wa kũmba thirikari ĩrakuruhania andũ othe. Ĩno nĩ mĩario ya mũtongoria wa bũrũri William Ruto ndagĩka nini hĩtũku harĩa akoranagĩria na mũingĩ.
That those opportunities are available. In fact, if you go to the Ministry of Labor website, there are approximately 400,000 jobs as I talk to you today. Different types of jobs. And that's why I was saying today, some of those jobs, like the ones for nurses, for example. I was in Saudi Arabia the other day. They want 2,500 nurses. We are unable to meet that quota. And Saudi Arabia pays even for tickets. You don't have to pay any ticket, you just need to be qualified. And there are other countries we are negotiating so that we can get opportunities for Kenyans to work, not just in Kenya, but outside Kenya. Number 4, you asked me, what am I doing to create jobs? Number 4, we must begin to manufacture things, products that can be manufactured in Kenya instead of importing everything from everywhere. There was a time we were importing toothpicks, imagine. Yeah? And there are people who want to tell us we must continue importing things and products. I made a decision that anything that we have the manufacturing capacity in Kenya, any product that we have manufacturing capacity in Kenya, we must begin to apply duty so that we stop products from other countries and build our own manufacturing capacity, hire our own young people, use our own raw materials, build our own wealth. And let me give you an example. Last year, we imposed duty on steel billets, on cement, on clinker, and on furniture. There was a bit of noise last year because I put down my foot and I said, look, if we have manufacturing capacity in Kenya, somebody explain to me why we continue to import these products. Do you know what happened? Because we put duty on those products, steel, for example, steel billets, 11 companies that had closed down because we had opened the door for importing of steel billets. 11 companies today, hiring 16,000 Kenyans, have opened. And they're now hiring Kenyans and producing steel billets locally in Kenya. You know what's interesting? The same people who were complaining last year, I met them this year. And they told me, Mr. President, you see, that duty you imposed on that product last year. I told them, why don't you reduce it from 17% to 10%? They told me, no, keep it at 17%. Why? Because they have now invested in Kenya. They were producing those products locally. And do you know what? We saved 100. Those admission letters is not the money demanded from them. It is just the cost of the course. But that course will be met largely by scholarship, partly by loan, and very insignificantly by parents paying the fee they have been paying. I have told you why. It is work in progress. This is the first year we're implementing. I know there are still teething problems, but we will want to work with student leaders like you, Lucy, and others so that we can properly explain. And I really want to invite student leaders from university. I am prepared to engage with them. I am ready to engage with them because I am doing what is best for all our university education. I am very passionate about education. and it is the greatest equalizer. It is the reason why I decided to hire 56,000 new teachers, because I believe education is the greatest equalizer and no child should be locked out from education. Hostels. Lucy has said, and I agree with you, I have been to many parts of Kenya, and students live in squalor. They live in very bad conditions. They live sometimes in slums, and they live in very dangerous places. And that is why I have made the decision that we are going to work with our Ministry of Housing. We are going to leverage on our housing fund to support our hostels in our universities. I came from Taita Taveta today. I made an announcement in Taita Taveta that Taita Taveta University, we're going to build 1,500 hostels. Oh, Mr. President, now you can take it to your students. So we are going to have, and they will pay for them, but they will pay a reasonable amount, not the amount that you are now paying in very complicated neighborhoods. And we're going to do that for our TVETs, we're going to do that for our universities, so that our university students can live in decent neighborhoods. I was, for example, in Alupe University in Busia last year, and the students were living miles away. I was in Bukura Technical Training College, and the students were asking me to put lights because they were living in a very far place, and sometimes at night when they come, when they go late, they were being mugged along the way. So we are also providing infrastructure for hostels in all our universities going forward. It's going to be progressive. We can't build all of them at the same time, but the journey is going to start so that we can deal with that challenge. And you have helped me answer the question about education. Somebody had asked me, my good friend, the first gentleman who had asked a question there. Okay? I am reminded, just hold on, I am reminded that by my good staff that Kenya Airways made an operating profit, not a net profit, something between net and operating, somewhere around there. But things are moving in the right direction. That's what I was just trying to say. Oh, I am told there are people behind me here who have not said anything. Okay, my friend, let me start with this young man. You can use my mic.
Thank you, sir. I'm privileged. I am the president, Lamu Universities and Colleges Student Association. Yes, I'm from Peketoni. And I've been sent here, sir, with a question. Back in 2nd of March, 2012, yeah, I was very young. His Excellency, the former president, Hayati Mzee Mwai Kibaki, launched the Lamu Port, the Lapsset Corridor. And he gave out an affirmative action that 1,000 youth should be schooled, should be taken to college, and empowered to work in the port. But since then, only 400 got the chance to get the scholarship to college and to be empowered to run the program in the port. Now the question is here. The remaining 600. The other day we saw that the fisheries were compensated. What about the educational sector? What about the bursary that remained of the 600, sir? The comrades are really complaining on that. Thank you, sir.
Okay. I didn't get your name.
I'm sorry. I'm Kabao Clinton.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Clinton. Now, yes, I agree with you. The government of Kenya made a commitment that because of the situation in Lamu, and I have had a conversation with the Honorable Rueda, the Member of Parliament from Lamu East, and the Honorable Mudhama, the Member of Parliament from Lamu East, including the Governor, and on this very subject of Lamu. And I also made my personal commitment that I am going to sponsor, as a person, 300 students to go to Tibet in Lamu East. I was reminded yesterday by the Member of Parliament, Rueda, that she's doing her part, and I have asked her to give me the invoice for my part. But we made a commitment, the government of Kenya made a commitment, Clinton, on what to do with Lamu. The progress in Lamu has not been fast enough. We have the first 3 berths now working. We are trying to get the rest, investment for the rest to be done. We've just done the road. When I came into office, I decided to upgrade the road from Lamu that had been built to Maram standard. I decided to upgrade it to tarmac from Lamu all the way to Garissa so that we can connect it to the bigger corridor going to Ethiopia. And the expansion and the operationalization of that port is what is